All right, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel. Also, 5,000 times I. Today, we're going to discuss, we're going to end the debate once and for all. Because there is no debate. Like the scriptures say, let every man be true. Let God be true and every man a liar. So, like it. So, you understand? Oh, we got a little mishap with the light. There we go. So what it is people got to get that. People got to get out their feelings. You understand? The laws of God is not based off of what you personally feel is right or wrong. It's not based on how you were taught or how you came up or your culture. No, the laws of God is established for one particular people, one nation of people, and this particular people, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we need the laws more than ever. So it's imperative that we understand just what it means to follow these laws. And by doing that, what I'm saying is we have to eliminate our own thoughts and our own feelings about it. Even though us being captives here in America, coming up under American society, we believe or we were taught something contrary to God's laws. Understand that in order to grow, in order to stop all this death, in order to stop these fatherless homes, in order to stop multiple baby daddies, the shame of it, in order to stop diseases, in order to stop all that, it's important that we implement God's laws. There's no getting around that. You understand? Let's see who all checking in. Young man Greg checking in from Birmingham, Alabama. Shalom, Yahabashim, Yahushabbatah. I appreciate your checking in. Make sure y'all like and share this class. If you missed it, we're talking about the debate that ends all debates. There is no debate. God's law supports multiple wives. Multiple wives is in the book of the law. Despite how sisters feel about it, despite what a brother may feel about it, in his opinion, you got some brothers that's so Americanized that they can't see themselves wanting to accept the fact that a man can have multiple wives. That's true. And what I mean by that, you got brothers that say, well, what about her? What is she gonna do? Can she have multiple men? Brothers say. And it's like you so beat down, you believe that in order for you to have multiple women, you gotta accept her having multiple men. And why is that? Because you believe in America and what America has taught you, which is equality between the sexes. There is no equality. Right. There's no equality from man to man. Every man is different. Every man got a different gift. Just like a woman has different roles and different gifts. You understand? A woman naturally is born with something precious and is to be reserved. That's why the Lord only allows a woman one man. A man is born with the ability to love multiple women. Why? Because he wants to expand. He wants to grow. He wants to conquer. How else do you grow as a nation? You have to have men that go out and they subdue women after women after women and make families and be fruitful and multiply. That was one of God's first instructions on the earth. Can I get that in Genesis? Triple Kadash Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. Triple My Rock, can you pull up in Genesis, be fruitful and multiply, Bubba Kashar, the water. Like I said, it's really it's no. I say the reason why I say it's no debate is because there's no refuting what's in the book.
Right.
The only way you can have the position that a man can't have more than one woman is you don't believe in God. So therefore, why are we even still debating with those that don't believe? You don't believe in God. You don't believe in a man exercising his God-given right. Then you are a non-believer. You are a sinner just like any other sinner. You understand? You are just that. You can't say, oh, a man can't have more than one woman and be talking about the Bible. Because what are you doing? You adding to the words, or you better yet, you taking away from the word.
Right.
So if you a brother out there that's teaching that you can't have more than one woman, what are you essentially doing? You're lying on the Bible. You're lying on the Word of God.
Right.
So that's why even if you don't believe that you personally can deal with more than one woman, you can't go around teaching brothers that you can't have more than one woman.
Right.
So what's the spirit behind that? What's the spirit behind that? You a wicked Negro. Go ahead.
It's like, if I could, them same brothers that do that, I guess they call it cheat. They still go sleep with sluts and whores
Right.
on the side. They don't be faithful, what you call faithful to your woman.
Man, I never met a faithful Christian.
Never.
Every time I ran into a Christian Negro that had that ring on his finger, oh, he came off on the surface level. Oh yeah, I'm married. And they'd be like, oh, okay, that's what's up, brother. But as you talk to him more and more, and you on the job with him day in, day after that, eventually it slip up where he goes, oh yeah, look at old girl over there. Talking about his sister on the job. Yeah, look at her. She always wearing those short shorts. On the break on the job, he want to mention one of the co-workers. He looking at her with lustful eyes. Or he mentioned going to a strip club or something. Or he alluded to the fact that he got a side piece. It always comes out. I ain't never met a man that was straight up just had one woman. That's what I'm saying. I ain't never met her. I'm talking about from your brothers that was straight out like, I'm going to have more than one woman, even to the ones that pretend like they dealing with more than one woman. Like I said, they put it up for a good little minute. They put on that facade for a good little minute. But the more you talk to them, the more you break down what's really going on, they'll express how they dealing with more than one woman, whether lawfully or unlawfully. And when I say unlawfully, meaning he sleep with another man's wife.
Right.
That's usually what that ends up being. If you a brother out there talking about you only dealing with one woman, more than likely, from what my experience is, I speak as a man, you end up sleeping with another brother's wife.
Right.
Because you done denied yourself, you done lied to yourself, you done lied on your nature as a man. You understand? And just be real with you. Just speaking as a man, it's completely effeminate to get down on one knee and put a ring on a broad finger and make a vow that you gonna only be with her for the rest of your life till death do us part.
Right.
It's
Right.
Yeah, it's when brothers do it, it's almost like you got the spirit on you to where you submit your soul over to that woman. And that be the main reason, in my opinion, that women strive for that marriage so much. They strive for that ring. Because let's think about it. They don't have to marry you in order to get a portion of your money. So we can't say
Right.
it's possession. Because they could easily put you on child support, right? You going on child support. If this is a wicked woman, it don't matter if you married or not. Somehow she's gonna find a way to extract some money out of it.
Facts.
It can't be that she honors and respects the sanctity of marriage, because let's be real, most women, they're not monogamous in themselves. They come into the relationship holding up receipts that they out here thotting. Right? I mean, let's be real. And what you do, you go ahead and just accept that child and let them call you stepdad. You submit to her coming in knowing that it's another man somewhere in the picture. But for you, the stipulations is you can't have no woman in your life. I see women saying on these dating apps, they say, I don't want a man with baby mama drama. These same women be having kids. So make it make sense. You telling me that you're monogamous, which means that you only deal with one sexual partner. If I'm wrong, correct me. Right? You only deal with one sexual partner.
Right.
And according to the vows of your marriage beliefs, it's till death do us part. Right? So, if you made that vow, or you believe in that idea, shouldn't you then only have been with one person? And shouldn't that be your husband till death?
Right.
Which is what we say anyway. We say sex is marriage, and you have to be with that person forever.
Right.
So who's the hypocrite?
It's a lot, if I could.
Go ahead.
A lot of women, especially women, Christian women, they tell themselves they have to go through this thing called this whole phase.
A whole phase.
They tell themselves they got to go through that to become a woman, where you go basically get slutted out by whoever come along because you mad at some man, or like they teach them not just do it for experience, which is crazy.
And it's so wicked because then they'll come around and show up on that wedding day. Like, brothers, man, come on, man. I plead to you, brothers, to stop accepting this nonsense, man.
Right.
They literally come to you, hold out. They say it themselves. They go through a whole phase. What happens in that whole phase? They become hold out.
Right.
And you brothers are accepting of it while they condemn you for wanting to have more than one woman. Well, let me give you some reprieve on what God says. Let me give that scripture, brother, please, Bubba Shaw.
Oh, I can't. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. I'm going to start at 27. That's locked, sir.
Uh-huh.
So God created man in his own image. And in the image of God created he him.
Uh-huh.
Male and female created he them. Verse 28. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Be fruitful and multiply for the reason to replenish the earth. Why? Because we're born and we die. So therefore, those that die, they need to be replenished with new stock. What's the more effective way of reproducing? Reproducing with one woman or reproducing with many women?
Right.
This is simple. Y'all want the Bible ain't no science book, it's a book of mysteries and all that. Here's some science for you. 1 + 1 and 1 × 5. Which is the largest number? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is science for you. Let's do some math. Me and my 5 wives versus you and your 1 wife. Who, the math equation, who's gonna have more children?
Right.
Who stands a better chance at having more children?
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Uh-huh.
Whether we whether we want to accept it or not, most of us came here that way, from being an outside child, or, mom's cheated on somebody, and you know how it go. Most of us got here that way.
Said there is no debate. What are we even talking about? Why are we even discussing this? Of course, a man can have more than 1 woman. He been doing it. Like you said, that's how a lot of us was born.
Right.
So there is no, can a man do it? He's doing it.
Well, it's like, if I could add on to that brother's point, we wouldn't have a nation if we didn't have multiple wives.
Right.
Jacob had more than 1 wife. He didn't just all come from Rachel. They had multiple wives. We wouldn't have 12 tribes of Israel.
And that was the beginning of the nation.
Right.
Think about now with all them abortions. If men weren't messing around with a bunch of women, we would damn near be extinct as a nation because all the babies being murdered.
Right.
We not replenishing by murdering. Babies are being murdered. So this is like I said, it becomes to where you're a sinner if you hate a man having more than 1 wife. You're a filthy sinner.
Right.
Because you are against God's first instructions, which was to be fruitful and multiply. You're against it. You hate it, but you support abortion.
Right.
You support the extinction of humanity, but you don't want to support the idea of replenishing and building the nation.
Mm-hmm.
You support the destruction of the nation. And I will warn you, you don't want to be on that side, because if you study this Bible like you say you do, Christians, you see what God does to those that try to destroy his nation.
Right.
You see what he did to the Egyptians. You remember they made it a law to kill the firstborn male child. And what did the Lord do to the Egyptians? You seen what the story of Esther, when that Amalekite tried to destroy the nation of Israel, what the Lord did. He used that sister Esther to convince a heathen at the time to stand on our behalf, save the nation. I would behoove you, Christians, understand what you're stepping into when you are against God's law. Know just what you're saying and what you're standing for when you say that, because you are contrary to the scriptures. You're antichrist.
Right.
And I say that specifically to you disgusting Christian women. Because on one end, you want your cake and to eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all upset because no man wants to marry you. That's what they talking about on Facebook now, Chupa Mara. They saying black women should abandon the idea of marriage.
Right.
Because, well, of course, Negroes ain't no good. And they don't want to be faithful. Can you imagine that, Mara? I mean, they sitting up there with a whole kid on the side of their hip.
Right.
They just don't want to be faithful. Well, let's let God be true and every man a liar. Let me get in that same chapter. Let me get where it says, "For this cause, man ought to leave his mother and father and cleave unto his wife." Let's see if you really are happy to be this independent woman that don't need no man. Let's see if that's in your nature. Let's see if that's against God or what God wants. Because you're always talking about your purpose, finding yourself in your healing. You understand? Well, who said that that was your purpose? Who said that that was your journey? It ain't God. God didn't say that. I'm about to read it for you right now. I need a Christian woman to get up in here and tell me what God said to abandon the idea of starting a family with a man and growing and being his wife. Show me in the scriptures. Show me that in the scriptures. And then you're going to have an argument. Because I'm about to show you contrary to that. You got that too, Mariah?
Nah, so I'm still looking for 1 second.
For this cause,
I raised it up.
no, a man shall leave his mother and wife. You just put that in the Google there.
His mother and father.
Leave his mother, yeah. Genesis 2:24.
Okay. That's the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore, shall a man leave his father and his mother,
Hold on.
and shall cleave
Hold
unto
on.
his
This
wife.
is a direct instruction from the Most High to the man. You understand? This isn't like a suggestion. This isn't something you go to a psychiatrist and they suggest you do this for your healing.
Right.
No, the Lord seen that the man, it was not good for man to be alone. And he offered it, and he gave a solution for what? Single parent homes, the depression that comes from not having a life partner, what? The hardship that comes from not having a life partner, because it's hard. In this world, we gotta work for our food, we gotta work for the clothes on our back, we gotta strive, and we gotta sweat, and we gotta break our backs just to have something. So from that standpoint, it's not even intelligent to take on a stance that we don't need each other. That is a lie. That is and I can't prove it, but I guarantee you the government is behind a lot of these Instagram posts, Facebook posts, YouTube videos where they try to separate man and woman from coming together. They making it seem as if there's a war between man and woman, putting us at odds and against each other. But here in the scriptures, read it again.
Verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother,
You
and
shall
shall
leave your
cleave
father and your mother. What does
and
that
shall
mean as a
cleave.
man to leave your father and your mother? True, Marah.
Slock, sir, say that again.
What does it mean when you are a man, young man, living at home with your father and your mother? What does it mean to, first off, let's focus on the fact that it said, leave your father and your mother. It don't say leave your single baby mama. It don't say leave your single mother. It don't say leave your single father. It acknowledges the family structure and the fact that it says leave your father and your mother, meaning your children's children should grow up under that understanding that a man shall be in a relation, a man and woman is to be in the household, right?
Right.
But what does it mean? What does it mean for a young man to leave his father and his mother? To Morale.
Um,
What does it mean? In the chat room, if y'all want to answer, what does it mean for a man, young man, to leave his father and his mother? What does it mean, essentially? If he grew up in that house with his father and his mother, and now it's time for him to go out.
this means to Slock, sir.
Go ahead.
I would say it's time to become your own man.
Right. And what is it saying is the first thing you should do when leaving your father and your mother?
Shall cleave to his wife.
Cleave unto his wife. You should be leaving up under the tutelage of your father and your mother in their house and establishing your own house. So what is marriage? Triple Morale.
What is marriage?
Essentially, we know sex is marriage, but what
Right.
is it? What is it in the idea of what is the idea of marriage? What is the
Um,
purpose? What is one of the purposes?
a family. I mean,
Exactly
your own.
to establish your own house.
Right.
And essentially, by honoring this, you honor the first commandment of the Lord, which is to be fruitful and multiply. By
Right.
honoring this, you leave from up under your father and mother who had you and raised you, and you establish your own house. And it says, cleave unto his wife, right?
Right.
Let's get the definition of cleave. I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, I'm gonna read it. It says to cleave has multiple definitions in the Bible, right?
Okay.
In Genesis 2 and 24, cleave, it means to adhere, stick, or join. You're joining two families together. It's not just that man and that woman. Because she's leaving her house as well, right? She's leaving her father and her mother as well. She's leaving her cousins, her brothers, her sisters, and she's joining, she's cleaving to your family, your brothers, your mothers, your sisters. And so y'all becoming one body. It says right here, they shall cleave and there shall be one flesh. You become one. So where is the I can do bad all by myself in the midst of all that? Where is that? I don't see it. Right? So if you speaking and you talking like that, where is that acceptable to God? I don't understand your question when you say what priesthood, the old or new. You got to explain what you mean when you say that. And if you're going to ask a question, at least be on topic with the class. If you know what I'm saying, make it make sense to what we're talking about in the class. Salaki. Yeah, Trooper Mariah, where is that in the Bible? Where does it say God said you should be an independent woman?
So like I
Ain't
said,
nowhere
that's
in the
new.
Bible.
Right.
Nah, I don't see it.
Right. It's not there at all.
Let me get Isaiah 4:1. Because this is what they hate. This is what avoid, right? They hate this idea, this concept. They hate this concept that, you know, what they say? They say Christian women, they say the idea of submission, right? To them it's a term of slavery. It's almost like, oh, you're trying to make me. They think that they're less than by submitting themselves to a man, right? They believe
Okay.
that it's like I said, it's a term of slavery or some type of dishonor or something of that sort. And so anything that sounds like um, a brother, you know, exercising that right that as a woman, and he gets a woman, that woman should submit to him. They don't like that idea. They don't like that idea at all. You you got that in
Isaiah,
right.
I got it.
Read when you got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach.
Right. It's saying right there, multiple women want to join that man, join that brother. Why? To take away that bad reputation, man. They said we're gonna bring our own food, we're gonna bring our own bread. They killed that whole argument of you gotta have this amount of money for this and that and the third. It's almost like you saying, like, you're not valuable unless you bring these things. And that's absolutely ridiculous for a couple of reasons. One, and I hate this, I gotta speak plain, but a lot of you sisters out there, you done gave up that tail for far less than the things you require.
Right.
Am I lying, Big Worm, in the chat room? Am I lying, Gregory, young man Gregory? Greg?
Right, if I could.
Go ahead.
What I love about that Isaiah 4:1, it completely flips around that independent bad bitch theory. That money to talk shit, so I can talk trash to your man.
Right.
You're supposed to go get that money to support a priest, a real man.
To support that man.
Right. You're not supposed to be usurping authority over that. You're supposed to take it, and the Lord gonna have to like shame you with all your money. He's gonna have to shame you.
Yeah.
Make you realize you ain't nothing.
Right.
So just so you can cling to that man, you could just do it anyway and just make it be happy.
So are you telling me that a whole purpose for a woman to be able to go out there and earn that money is the only reason why they in that position is because they supposed to be submitting themselves over to that man with the money, with that power?
And so and you know what the proof of that is?
Yeah.
They got the money now, they don't know what the hell to do with it.
Don't know what to do.
They don't
Right.
know.
Right.
I believe they say black women are number one in school, number one educated.
Right.
But I look around the ghetto and I see no signs of all this education, no signs of all this money, no signs of these great positions and these great, I'm having it and I don't need no man for this. And usually when they say I'm an independent woman, what do they say? I got a house, a car, basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basic stuff. And it's not the shame, like it's actually to help. We bring this out because we want to help you because you obviously don't even know what to do with yourself. You don't have any clue why you have these things, why you in the positions that you're in, you sisters. A lot of you sisters got some great ambition and you some go-getters. But where's your value? How do you exercise that value to a man? Is you submit it humbly. You say, listen, this is what I'm offering to you as your woman. That's what makes you valuable. You're taking the tools that you have and you offering it up to say, listen, I know that it's hard for you. I know that you're struggling. So let me offer this to you. This is how I can help you to fulfill her role as a woman, Tuba Mara. Why? Because her role is to provide that peace, right?
Right.
To be his backbone, to support him. How can she support him by not offering her substance, her abilities, her gifts, the tools that she has? You understand?
Okay.
Like I said, the problem is in the fact that they don't want to believe. They don't want to believe in that idea because it proves them to be wrong this whole time. They don't want to believe in the idea of that type of love. But they're gonna find themselves in a tough position because that was the Lord telling you what's going on now and what is to come in the future. Read it again. Read it again.
Okay. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
So what is the requirement? What? Let's end this right now. What does a man, based on this scripture, offer to that woman? What is he offering in that situation?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Protection, leadership.
I mean, yeah, that all encompasses what it means to be a man in a relationship, right? But I'm speaking about that specific verse where that woman, all she wants from that man is to be called by his name. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. All she wants is to be claimed, to be owned. If I give that woman my title, if I put her up under my title, up under my ownership, if I claim her, if I claim to own her, my banner, my household name, she should be called by my name, meaning I own her. She's my possession. And what does she bring in exchange? Just to be possessed by me, just to claim, just to be able to say that she's been claimed by me. She bringing me food. She bringing me food, her money. She doing all that. What does that remind you of? What animal does that remind you of?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
A lion. And the lion.
And a black man, a lion. Don't the Lord compare us to the lion? The lion of Judah?
Right.
Hell, that is what it is. That female lion, she goes out and hunts. You understand? She provides the food while he sit up there and what he do. She's by being claimed by that lion, because you know a lion, when they send out that roar stretches miles out into like the radius around in the circle. And that roar is letting everybody in that territory know, do not cross into my territory. His power is that he wakes up and he roars. Letting everybody know, don't you come try it. And all that female lion wants is to be able to lay up under him in his territory and let him roar. Because why? It means that she's going to be led, right? She's going to be protected. She's going to be provided for from all the other dangerous animals out there in the jungle. Or the wherever lion's habitat. You understand? So essentially, our women, they are refusing to be up under protection, to be up under guidance. And you wonder why a Sandra Massey can happen. You wonder why Sandra Bland can happen. Because they're refusing to come up under the possession of a man. For whatever reason. obviously a brainwash. Because you can't be up in that Christian church reading the Bible and believe that, because we read this out the Bible.
Right.
There ain't no badge of honor saying you a single black woman. Matter of fact, let me get 1 Timothy's 5, verse 3. Start at verse 3. You understand? What, like, we literally are living in the times where things have been reversed. We call it evil good and good evil. There was a time where we would look after the widows. And what is a widow? A woman that lost her husband. Why? Because she lost her husband and she was left with kids. That was a tough situation to be in. Why?
Right.
Because she no longer has that protection. So society, not society, but in our culture, it was mandated, it was taught that we should look after women in those situations. Why? Because we knew the hardship she would face not having that protection. And how do we know that it applies today? Because what do you hear? What do you hear all day on social media? How hard it is to be a single mom, right?
Right.
Y'all don't know the struggles that come with having to get up and take care of the kids and go to work and come back and cook and clean and make sure the kids ready for school. Well, since you ain't no widow, you opted to leave your protection. You opted to leave your man, and I ain't talking about everybody's situation. I'm talking about for the ones that glorify and gloat about it like it's a badge of honor. You brought it upon yourself. And what is it? And what is that? Where does that stem from? A lot of times, you mad that a man got another woman.
Right. Right.
Ain't that something else? You as a woman, you understand how hard it is to be out here without no man, but then you mad at another woman for getting that protection and getting that love from that same man. That's a complete lack of sisterhood, man. How you gonna be mad at her for wanting the same thing you got? And then you turn around and you sacrifice everything that you got. Now she got what you got, and you ain't got nothing. You could, because y'all think it's some type of sister code to where if you leave him because he's dealing with that other woman, y'all thinking that other woman supposed to leave him too. That ain't the case. Well, she a lot of times she be like, all right, well, come over and lay in my bed.
Right.
Am I lying? That's why it's crazy for sisters to really buy into this narrative. They say, this is what they say, Mariah. It's a rarity to run into a black man that got his own bed, his own house, his own car. First off, to say that means that you just giving that box up to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't requiring nothing. Like, you just laying down and I guess getting hit up in a back alley somewhere or something. If you ain't dealing with a man with a bed or something like that, some nonsense like that. The reality is, that man got a bed to lay his head in. That man got a car. He using her car, the other bra.
Right.
He laying in her bed, the other bra. The better one. The one that don't talk as much. The one that ain't as annoying. The one that accepts the fact that he gonna be out doing what he do as a man. While you sit up there mad at the world because you can't control his every step. And a lot of that, it falls on the brothers, man. It be your fault. Because y'all sit up there and you get on one knee. You get on one knee and you pledge your allegiance to that one woman and promise that you ain't never going to be with no other woman. You sit up there and you lie through your teeth. And you get what you get the results of it, man. A lot of that music back in the 90s that we loved, that R&B music, man, a lot of that was just a bunch of begging a woman. You remember Boys to Men?
Right.
That was just a bunch of begging a woman. What's his name? Keith Sweat?
Man.
Didn't nobody beg like Keith Sweat.
Right. Right.
Right? You got that in Timothy's?
Come on. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 3. Honor widows that are widows indeed.
Honor widows that are widows indeed. What is a widow? Let's look it up. Let's look up that definition, man. What is a widow, chat? Okay, sis. Shalom, y'all, Shamal, Al-Taba, Shem, y'all, Shah, taking it from Mississippi. Most High in Christ. What is a widow? That's correct. A woman whose husband is dead. That's a widow. Mariah, read that scripture from the top again.
Oh, okay. Honor widows that are widows indeed. Keep reading. Verse 4. But if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show pity at home.
Show pity at home. Right? She's supposed to be worried about them kids, man. Because they're in a tough situation. What is that situation? They're grown up without a father. Right?
Right.
But we glorify single motherhood. We make it seem like it's this thing to be. No, it's a sad situation. Because you know them kids is more than likely going what? Be involved in gangs. Right. Be involved in drugs. The girls are going to be promiscuous. We know the statistics, man. We ain't saying that people don't know. It's just every now and then, not every now and then, it's become so aggressive in the black community, we have to shoot it down every chance we get. We're going to be just as aggressive. We're not saying this to bash black women. We're not part of the we hate black women group in the ISUPK. Like what y'all see on a lot of this manosphere and this man, the red pill society. What y'all seeing on YouTube is a lot of brothers that's upset at the circumstances of the dating scene between black men and black women. So they lash out. A lot of them was raised by evil black mothers and they lash out. They upset. Right. We're not that. We are solution based, but we are going to speak about the problem, right? It says honor the widows that are widows indeed. It don't say honor baby mamas that choose to lead a father. You ain't talking about them.
Right.
Like I said, you Christians are more than welcome to show me in the Bible where it says honor thy baby mama. Just because Fantasia made it a nice song don't mean it's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Salaki. Keep reading though.
Come on, con. And at home, and to requite their parents, for
Requite
that
their
is good.
parents. What does it mean to requite something? Let's look it up. And to requite their parents. What does it mean? The Oxford Dictionary definition of requite is a verb. It means need for a particular purpose. So read that scripture again.
Come on, con. But if any widow have children or nephew, let them learn first to show pity at home, and to requite their parents,
To
for
teach
that
them
is
to
good.
need for a purpose their parents. You need your parents. Right? It says
Right.
their parents. It's talking about the father that passed away. You're not supposed to be teaching you're not supposed to oh my bad, that was required. Requite. That was the definition of required, my bad, slightly. Let's get the definition of requite. It means basically to repay or return, right? So what are you teaching the children to repay or return to their parents? It's like that scripture say the precept is honor thy mother and thy father, right?
Right.
You repaying the service that was done for you. It's not teaching you. The point is, it ain't teaching. It don't say teach. It don't say to teach them to hate your father, be evil towards your father because he wasn't there, right? It don't say
Salaki.
that. So where did these Christian black women learn to teach that to the kids? Where they learn that? Did they learn it in the Bible? Super wrong?
La, sir.
They didn't learn that in the Bible. Keep reading.
Come on, con. To requite their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God.
It's good and acceptable before God. That's what's acceptable to God. Not the latter. Keep reading.
Come on, con. Verse 5. Now she that is a widow indeed and desolate, trust in God and continue in supplication and prayer night and day.
Right. She should be a woman that's focusing on being in line with what the Lord wants. Right?
So like I said, if I may,
Go ahead.
does the widow only go for like, women? Or can a man be a widow?
No, a man can't be no widow. Nah, a man can't be no widow. A widow is talking about a woman who lost her husband. That's the exact definition. Look up the definition of a widow.
All right. So like I said, I was just was thinking about what if the man
Now,
lost.
I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna break it down, but just get the definition first. Because I'm gonna break it down. There's a reason why I brought out the scripture. I know exactly where you're going with it, and I'm explaining the whole spirit of it and why it's even mentioned in the Bible. Read the definition of a widow.
It's like I can't. I'm on my phone.
Huh?
I'm on my phone, that one. I can't. I won't be able to pull it up.
You said you on your phone.
Yeah, come on. I'm doing the. I'm on my phone with the class out of one.
All you gotta
If
do
I
is pull up another window.
lie, it'll take me out of the class.
Oh, okay. A widow in the Bible definition of a widow is a woman who has been deprived of the support and provision that a husband or a family would normally provide. Why is it saying give honor to the widow? Because it was in our culture to acknowledge the fact that it's hard for a woman, especially if she got some kids, to maintain that house by herself in a society where the men held all the rights, right?
Right.
So what does that tell you about that society? It was very much a woman's purpose or her worth was very much based on the man that she was under the possession of,
Right.
right?
Right.
Now it's not something to where you should feel ashamed of it, but it's acknowledging the fact that it's not easy, it's difficult. That's the whole point. I'm speaking of how to relieve yourself as somebody that's in a situation where you're constantly struggling. You can't get them kids in order. Your household, you struggling on the bills. Things just seem too hard. Though it's because these sisters they opted for the hard route, man. So
Right.
I'm trying to explain basically why you are experiencing the things you are experiencing. Because why? Women are saying, well, we give up on the idea of marriage. We don't want to deal with no man and all and this, that, and the third. When that option, that mindset is going to bring you down even further in the rabbit hole. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's the point. There's a little bit left in that scripture that I wanted you to get.
You want me to keep reading?
Uh-huh.
Verse 6. But she that lived in pleasure is dead while she lives.
And you, I'm sorry, I meant to also. You said you was your question. You said, "What is a man called?" That in that situation.
Colonel
You saying
Khan,
what
so
would be the male equivalent?
right, Colonel Khan.
Right. So he would be the widower. Widower. It's just a term that express somebody that's lost a spouse, right?
Colonel Khan.
But check it though. It don't say give honor to the widower, right?
Right.
Well, that's in the Bible.
It's not.
What is that? Why it don't say give honor to the widower? Why is it not stipulating that you should set out a certain you should have a certain care or certain provisions for a man that's lost a spouse. Because it wasn't commonplace for a man to just take on another man's kids. Even if a woman is free from the duties of marriage if that husband passes away according to the laws. But it wasn't commonplace for a man to just accept your children. Well, that's nowhere in the Bible.
All right.
We try to popularize it now. We try to make it seem like, oh, you're not a man if you're not willing to take on another man's kids. Like that makes sense. Well, because it wasn't commonplace. It wasn't commonplace. I'm not saying that you can't take on a woman with children, right? I'm just saying it was not the cultural norm to just have baby mamas and baby daddies, is what I'm getting at. That's the whole point of me breaking down the scripture. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So if you a man that has lost a spouse, get another woman. Why? Because it's in that woman's nature to want to take care of children. It's just natural. It's natural for her to want to take care of some kids. But it ain't natural for you to want to take care of another man's kids. That ain't natural.
Right.
You just a different type brother. You got a whole different level of love and care that I probably would never know about. Cause I'm not, I'm different. But continue reading on that when you got it.
Come on. Verse 7. And these things give in charge that they may be blameless.
Nah, start back at now she that is a widow.
Okay, come on. Verse 5. Now she that is a widow indeed and desolate, trust in God and continue in supplication and prayer night and day.
You read.
Come verse 6. But she that lives in pleasure is dead while she lives. Okay. Verse 6. But she that lives in pleasure is dead while she lives.
Right. So all this single girls trip, you understand? What's all the pleasure that comes with being a single mom? You out here living your whole phase, right? You doing all that while you in the situation that you in, especially, you dead. You dead to the Most High. You ain't alive. You think you living your best life. Ain't that what they say? That's what they say, right? I'm living my best life. No, you not. You over there suffering and miserableness. And you dying every day. Every day you look in the mirror, you feel every day that you get older, you gain a little bit of weight, you making them plates and ain't nobody eating them. You making all that food just for some kids that ain't gonna eat that much and for you, and you got leftovers for weeks. You got all them towels in your closet and ain't no man washing up in your house.
Right.
What you got all them towels for? You can't manage to get a man to stay over there for nothing. You dying inside because you got images of a Negro washing up in your sink while he done for you. He throw the face towel on the sink somewhere, and the last memory you got of that Negro is the door swinging shut. would want to live like that? What woman want to live like that?
Right.
You come down on some hard times, you call him up for somewhere to lay your head in, and he say, he looking at you, he looking at you confused like, we was just messing around, right? We ain't like that. A lot of these women, they kill them inside knowing they can't call that same man they turning their behind over to. They can't call him if she needs something for real, for real. It kills them inside out. They know that they got to call their mama or their uncle or somebody in their family because they can't call that man that they giving that body to because he gonna look at them like, hold on now, you know our situation. You know what I'm using you for. You know what this is. You just some ass.
Right.
The brother Gregory said right, but I always did it. They say she comes with the package. That's you saying, brother Gregory, you saying that's what the woman tell you? I'm a package deal. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna deal with a woman with kids, of course you're gonna have to love them kids. Duh. You can't love her and then not love them kids. But you damn sure don't need to be walking around talking about you the kid's father. No, you not. And you shouldn't have the attitude where you hate that brother because you perceive that he ain't in their life. So you old super dad claiming some kids that ain't your kids. Because what's gonna happen, brother Gregory? I'm pretty sure you know. What's gonna happen? You get to claiming them kids that ain't your kids. What they gonna grow up and say one day? Huh? What the same kids gonna say one day while you over there super dad with the cape on? Forget what the kids gonna say. What that woman gonna say if you ever try to exercise your right as a man in your household and discipline her kids? What's she gonna say? You ain't my daddy.
Right. Right.
And you wanna know what? Them kids got every right to say that because you ain't their daddy, Negro. Them kids got more honor and integrity than a little bit because they know who their father is. They know it. They know it ain't natural. They know it. They know our conditions in America where we baby mama this and baby all that, jumping from household to household, woman to woman, rod to rod. They know it ain't natural. That's why they get mad and they say, you ain't my daddy. They got every right to defend the honor of their father. You want to be mad at the kids because you saying they ungrateful. Meanwhile, they know what it is. You not their daddy. Why? Because sex is marriage. Sex is real. The consequences is real. We can't get beyond that. You ain't fooling God. You lay down with a woman and make babies. Them babies is the receipt that y'all did the deed, man. You ain't finna fool God. You ain't finna make you ain't finna make what God set up to be some light thing.
Right.
When you put seed in that woman and them babies is born, that seed is you. Them kids is you. That's why they get so puffed up and they look at you like, who you talking to? You ain't my daddy because you not. You ain't the daddy. You playing stepdaddy. That's what you playing that. Nah, man, you a brother in that situation. Love them kids. Respect them as a brother and a sister in your house. Respect that they young and they need some guidance. And love them kids like you love that woman. Treat them like you treat any of your people of your nation according to the law. Don't do evil by them. Don't do wrong by them. But don't ever in your mind think you that you somehow a better man than the man that is their father. Because some broad done hype you up to believe that you somehow a better man. You ain't better. And that right there is a lack of brotherhood anyway, and be the reason why a lot of the murdering and killing going on in the black community. Right? Am I lying? It be over a woman. Brothers murdering and killing each other because they lack brotherhood, man. First off, man, I guess I'm too old school. I'm one of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them, I'm halfway got the spirit of, you know what I'm saying, them brothers back in the 70s and all that, they was down, stomp down ism on it. Hey, Rock. I'm too much alike old school vibe, because first off, it's like you ain't finna be up in my house giving no energy to no other man like that anyway. Always talking about what your baby daddy ain't doing. I'm gonna question you, like, why you always bring him up?
Right.
You must be still having sex with him if you always talking about it. Go be with him then. Right. First off, now, being that I'm in a position where I'm holding class, I will say, and I'm teaching, I will say if you are a brother in that position and you dealing with a woman that got kids with another man and you have to interact with that brother, be a brother to that brother, man. Be a brother to him. If that woman try to turn you against him, man, get him on the phone and say, hey, listen, brother, don't worry about anything she's saying, man. Listen, you good with me. What you want? What do you want for your child, man? So I can honor it in my household. Because you know what? I'd rather gain you as a brother than listen to what the hell she talking about.
Right.
That's what you do. You say, black man, listen, I got too much respect for you to just let you be disrespected in my house. Whatever you say you want for your kids, listen, these are my rules. They got to honor my rules when they're in my house. But whatever you say is the boundaries, that's where I'm going to stop at. That's how you build a nation. That's how we operate in the spirit of Christ. Not to sit up there. I done seen some video where a brother went to his child's birthday party, right? And his baby mama was there and her new man. And the brother was trying to, I think he was either trying to get his son or leave a gift or something like that. And the brother was like, no, you ain't never around. This my son. This my son. Disrespecting the real father. Can you believe that, Morale? He was puffed up. And the broad was on his side, like, yeah. You over there listening to the broad. First off, like I say, I'm from that area where we was real stomped down about, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We was real stomped down by some ism. I got half of that ism in me, what I'm saying.
Right.
I still got a little bit of that level. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm all the way in the priesthood, but every now and then I just, you know what I'm saying, get to stomped down by some foolishness, man. First off, why are you talking while two men talk? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
First off, hush your mouth. A man should always be able to have conflict resolution. How you gonna be a man and you stooping to the level of the woman that's next to you? You just emotional as her. And if you come at another man like that, what's gonna be the most likely outcome if two men got emotions like that, Morale? What's gonna really end up happening?
We end up trying to, death.
I think you know. That's more than like we gonna end up either fighting it out or shooting it out.
Right.
Because the man we wired for our respect. You over there talking about some, I'm dead. You ain't been around. Embarrassing this man in front of everybody at the park. I was surprised the video ended the way it did because I just knew that brother was going to up a pistol on him. He was talking real greasy, Mariah. Yeah, he was talking like, you a small thing. And then to claim ownership over his child, man. The child that come out of your nutsack. This fool try to claim ownership of that man's child.
So, like, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
I see it goes on so much with our sisters, man. Like, just because she's so hateful and got so much, hate in her heart towards the child father, she'll tell that man that she talking to and the child too, and tell him like, that ain't your dad, this your daddy right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens so much, and then the kids will grow up being hateful toward the father, and then that man she talking to, he growing some hate inside himself toward the man. He don't even know nothing about the man for real. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Crazy.
She going for he going for the okie doke. That's why I say, first off, why are you even talking? Why you got this much energy in the first place?
Right.
The first thing that's gonna pop up in my mind, like, is y'all? What's really good?
Right.
In my mind, I'm thinking she's sleeping around. Ain't no way in hell this man should be getting this much energy.
Exactly.
First off, I'm on that era where, you know what I'm saying, when two brothers was talking, man, talking man business, that woman be quiet, man. I'm on that era, you know what I'm saying? I'm on that last breed that was still going on in the black community. And then especially if like I say, a brother come up to a brother and his woman there and he talk to her without acknowledging you, what is a woman supposed to do in that situation? If a random brother come up to your woman while you with her and he start talking to her without acknowledging you, what is supposed to happen in that situation? Huh?
Like I think the sisters put shit. She should be able to stand up then and letting her know that the man should. This is y'all. You shouldn't be talking to me.
Exactly. She ain't even got to say all that because that could cause conflict. She could, but the easiest way for her to look at you and get permission to speak. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I be having. I don't know. Maybe when I'm saying foreign. I need my woman to look at me and get permission to talk. Don't just be talking freely to no stranger.
Right.
I mean, come on now. Am I lying? That's like you around some brother and he telling a joke and she just start laughing extra hard at his joke. You gonna be like, is it that funny?
Right.
Don't even that's just me. I speak as a man. I don't even want you laughing that hard, bro. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't even want you laughing hard at another man's joke while I'm around. But nah, man, it's real, man. Like, and the reason we gotta even teach this is because of so many lies that stem out of the Christian church, man. You understand? That's all this. The simple way to see women, they make it personal, right? When you dealing with other women and they find out, they make it personal. Like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not good enough? The simple way to look at it is, it ain't got nothing to do with you. And it got everything to do with that's just what that man wants. As soon as you take yourself out of it, then it becomes easy to accept because you know what you bring to the table.
Right.
You know what you bring to the relationship. How does a man get another woman stop what y'all got going on? And don't stop that. Right? Or do it. Because you over there looking like, I don't know how to work.
Oh no, you're right, Adawan. You're right.
I mean, and there's laws on it. Let's get that. If a man have another wife, her duties of marriage should not be let me see, Deuteronomy 20. Nah, that's not it. Let me see. Okay, I'm selected. Let me get Exodus 21 and 10. Yeah, we rolling with this thing, man. When you get to talk about the scriptures, man, it becomes, when you speak the truth of God, it's almost like it flows like butter. It's like it's already, you just really, it's like karaoke. You just singing along.
Right.
You understand? You ain't got to freestyle this. And that's the thing. Which is why the Christian church is just so disgusting. We are in a world full of confusion. Can you agree?
Oh, okay.
I mean, men don't want to be men. Women want to be women, want to be men. You got men and women confused about their genders, pronouns. You understand, the roles is reversed. You know, the wicked man has yet to be revealed. He's showing himself every day. This world is just so confused. And to take away our guidance book and say that it's irrelevant is just evil beyond explanation. Now black people out here lost about the simplicity of what the scriptures say, the simplicity of God. It's very simple. This whole thing is very simple. And it's like it ain't even no need to even sweat it. Because that's how simple it is. These sisters over there fretting by the man having another woman. If you just realize this, sis, it's so simple how it works. It's so simple, the reality of it. It's just you don't believe in God. That's why it's so difficult.
Right.
Christians don't believe in God. Plain as that.
Yeah, right.
When the solution is, like I say, they're so obtainable. The solution is like it's in our hands. A lot of us, it's on the dashboard in our cars. It's on the mantles in our houses. We got the solution, the golden ticket. We've been equipped with the ability to stop the murders. We got the ability to stop this poverty. We got the abilities to reverse every situation that we in and we find ourselves in the black community. It's right there. And we don't want to accept it. Yeah, these sisters, they don't want to accept it, man. Speaking about uh, this particular law, a man having more than one woman. And it's so the solution that all the heartache they experience. Imagine how much heartache a lot of these women. Do you know a lot of these women on medication? When I used to study psychology in college, they told me I believe it was around 70% of black women on psych meds. Did you know that?
Wow, and then
70%. And what does that number align with? The amount of black women that's been molested. It's around 70%.
mm,
Or it might be 3 out of 10. I don't know, somewhere. Either way, the numbers are similar. That means a lot of black women grow up in need of psychiatric help because of the trauma that they experienced as a child. Black men experience that same trauma, but why is it more the women that need the medication? Huh? It's because they weren't meant to do it alone. Well, none of us meant to do it alone. But they refusing to help. And it's so simple. You love that man, well, guess what? Another woman love that man just as much as you.
right.
Let me get Exodus 21 and 10.
Oh, one kind. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Right. Y'all sisters, y'all wonder, well, what's gonna happen to me if he get another woman? Nothing. It's telling you how to manage multiple wives right here.
Right.
That's another reason why you brothers need to get up out of that folly and that weakness. Because a lot of y'all getting multiple women and y'all be trying to get them to sleep with each other and you getting into lesbianism or you leaving that one woman and getting you another woman and you not dealing with that other woman that you got anymore because she may be, hard to deal with. So instead of being that man and stepping up and dealing with that sister, now you dealing with a whole other woman and you done forgot about her. Yeah, you brothers ain't exempt from this. You thought you was off the hook. You ain't exempt either.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
You out here creating, and essentially, what are you doing? You whores of the daughters of Israel. That's against the law. There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomites of the sons of Jacob. It is sodomite behavior to have a woman and leave her. and get another woman. Yeah, you borderline homosexual. If not effeminate. Because you was what? You running from responsibilities. What you want everything to be easy? What type of man is that? You just want everything easy. You want everything to be a nice little white cake everywhere you go. You want it to be so sweet, and you just want it so kind and so gentle. I'm talking about life. Negro, you better wake up with your boots strapped, right? And all black, ready for warfare at all times. You a black man in America. You ain't got no time to be halfway a sissy, scared to deal with a woman just because she give you a little pushback and a little lip. And you abandon her and leave her to be another statistic. You evil as hell, Negro. Now she sit up there trying to figure out like you done took away your protection over her. Now I'm not saying don't chastise that woman. If she get out of line, you gonna have to make her learn one way or the other. Especially if she out of line. And that might require you pulling back some things from her. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can keep control and maintain your household. But you gotta look at it just like that. You gotta look at having multiple women like you running a business. You managing different teams. And every team is tasked to do this one thing. Yeah. You can't just let the company fall. You handling one part of the company and you completely neglect another part of the company. No, they all work up under your banner. Right. And if you got a part of the company that ain't working right, you got to make sure it get up to par. Otherwise, the whole company fails. Yeah. Black man, you wondering why you struggling. You wondering why you going from job to job, never having no money, never having this, never having that. You on child support. You understand? You behind on your bills. Your credit messed up. That's because you destroying your base. You got you one woman, you get another woman, keep both of them. Now what? You get 3 checks. You get 2 extra checks. You got 2 different households, 2 different cars. You understand? If you ain't got good credit, one of them might have good credit. Now you can go out and establish a loan in the bank or something. Right. Get you a house. You understand? But you so weak, you get another woman, you leave the other woman behind. Now you back to square one. It's like you didn't grow at all. The whole point is to expand. We trying to expand the enterprise. And bottom line, don't get you no woman that ain't trying to expand the enterprise. Right. Bottom line. If she ain't trying to expand the enterprise, leave her. Don't leave her. Don't deal with her. I ain't lying. What did Rachel and Leah do? They competed against each other, trying to give Jacob babies. Leah gave her handmaiden over to Jacob. And Rachel was like, oh, touche. You can have mine. They brought him more women. Now those are righteous sisters. And from that, what happened? The nation of Israel. Here we are today. Imagine if them 2 sisters didn't have that level of righteousness and competition amongst each other to please their man and to make sure that he expanded. Yeah, in them times, man, it was an honor for a woman to provide a man a male child because he was the heir of his inheritance. Them women fought to have a man, give a man an heir. It was an honor for them to give a man an heir. Think of how far we fallen now, where a broad wake up and it's an honor for her to get down to family court before 8 o'clock, before the line build up so she can put you on child support. Mariah, you should see him down at that court, man. Family court. Just go down there one morning. See how they walk in the building. They walk in just like this.
Come on, cuz. Definitely feeling that quick.
Yeah. They be looking around, yeah. I'm about to put them on the papers. They be happy to put them on the papers, man. Yeah, I'm gonna show him.
Right.
When all you did was just extort him for his own seed. Didn't expect him to turn around and be a family man for you. I know the sisters be mad, but when I say, because y'all check out the morning news and see how much killings happened the night before, and it's usually domestic. A brother that blew some sister head off over some domestic child support issues or something, where she basically was playing with his emotions, trying to use his children to get. Just wake up in the news, wake up in the morning and watch the morning news and see if you don't see that's the majority of the news. Right. But the night before, in the midst of the night, a brother lose his mind and blow your head off, man. And then when I say, hey, we got to teach these sisters not to put these brothers on child support, sisters be mad. They be like, well, how about we teach these brothers that killing a woman over something like that ain't an option? Well, what you expect? I'm going to get this one last scripture, then we done. Let me get, what's going on now? Yeah, once again, we the Isupk, man. Started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Gene Hanna. I am also 5,000 times I've been authorized under Commander Gene Hanna here in Alabama to raise brothers and sisters up out of the dead. We're in the midst of a war zone, and our leader has equipped us with the word of God. You understand? He has equipped us with the word of God to go out and teach against all the evil that we see in the black community. If you are a brother or a sister that wants to get down with this movement, you tired of the conditions that you're seeing in the ghettos, you tired of what you're seeing day in and day out with all the violence, and you scared and you don't know what to do, tune into our classes every Tuesday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to 6:30 Central Standard Time. Those are our starting times. Classes go for 2 hours. Make sure y'all tune in and join us on Facebook Live at Isupk Alabama. Put it in your search box, Isupk Alabama, around 6 o'clock to 6:30 every Tuesday and Wednesday. And 12 o'clock on Saturdays for Sabbath service. Make sure y'all check us out. Check us out. And watch us live. Make sure you like, share the videos, tell a friend. The algorithm up, you understand? So that the world can know. You understand? Don't just be no sucker tuning in, hating, full of hate. You don't want to like, subscribe. You don't want to do none of that. You can follow us on YouTube at No Cowards, Alabama. Let's say you can't catch the live. Well, the videos will be up on YouTube at No Cowards, Alabama. Make sure you tune in there. You say you're a brother that's on that TikTok. Make sure you check us out on TikTok at OneWest.Bama. OneWest.Bama. You understand? And with that, let me get Proverbs 6:34. I'm gonna end it with this. You since y'all mad, you wanna believe in a world where you can just do whatever and there's no consequences to it. Right? You want to just be able to play with a man however you see fit to play with him, and then you surprised at the repercussions. I'm gonna show y'all what a lot of that whole "I'm the baby's daddy, you ain't the daddy, I'll take care of that boy, you ain't take care of that boy." I'm gonna show you what a lot of that leads to, man, and why it leads to that. Why is violence in the black community? Why a lot of that turns into just chaos amongst us and disruption. Read that when you got it, Superman.
Come on. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 34.
Go ahead.
For jealousy is the rage of a man.
Jealousy is the rage of a man. You take a man out of his own house, install a new man, and then put that man on child support and make him essentially have to pay for you and that new man you got laying in your bed, and you wondering why he'll blow your head off?
Right.
A lot of you women, you be tucked in your bed sleeping good. Like you don't know what the hell you just did. If you had some sign of intelligence, you'll be sleeping like Malcolm X in the window style. AK ready, like I just know this nigga finna come on the attack. Instead, you sit up there walking your big dumb black behind down to the goddamn child support court. Like you really finna better you and your child's life by putting that man on child support. You need to be asleep like this, sniper position, just listening and watching out the window. Because you done basically committed an act of war against that brother. It's like for the jealousy is the rage of a man. Rage. Meaning he ain't just angry. Huh? He ain't just angry. He ain't just, upset. You upset, you can talk it out. If you angry, you can talk it out. But he's enraged. He's enraged, Doc. Meaning there is no talking it out.
Okay.
There is no coming to an agreement. At this point, they call it in the courtroom, they say like in a situation where you just murder off of passion, a crime of passion, right?
Right.
That's actually a defense in the court. I temporarily lost my mind when I walked in that house and found her blowing on that other man's rod. That's actually a defense in court because they know the psyche of a man and how it would enrage him. The fact that you disrespected him like that. What did we read in the very beginning of this class? We read that God made man, and God made man in his what? In his image. God said what? I'm a jealous God. You shall
Right.
have no other God before me. Now, the Lord will get to killing nations behind the disrespect that you show him by following after another God. What you think a man gonna do if a woman go up and get with another man and then take your child? You enrage him, man.
Right.
And keep reading.
Cut. Therefore, he would not spare in the day of vengeance.
He ain't gonna spare in the day of vengeance. There's a video out where a brother walked up on the patio, a woman trying to get in the house, her babies is crying in the house, she begging for her life. He walked up, cocked that pistol, shot multiple times. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm.
Finished her right there, then walked off. The fact that it ain't a lot more bodies piling up in the streets shows you how merciful a black man really is. So when he just go ahead and suffer that disrespect of taking his seed and using his seed against him just because he loves his child. He'll suffer that disrespect. But I must warn you, sisters, it's some brothers that ain't gonna take that disrespect. It's some brothers out there that they're gonna do just that. They won't spare in the day of vengeance. Like I said, a lot of y'all gonna be that way. If it's up, then it's up. All right, get you a gun. Watch your back. But I prefer that you just do what God said. The sister says, Salagi, sir, but what about the men that make a baby and simply walk away? And my slave, that is what I did with David. Well, we talked about that, sis. We talked about a man that had abandoned his family. See, a lot of these sisters, you gotta realize when the heat is on you, let it be that. I talked about the brothers that do that. That ain't right either. Making them families and then abandoning them families. We speak against that too. But today we talking about the wickedness of these women when it comes to a man having more than one woman. And a lot of times these single mother households stem from the woman finding out that man dealing with another woman. And they destroy that home. That's what we speaking about today. All right? So with that, I'm gonna pass the class, priest and officer La Gun. We're gonna get it in next week. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to classes every Tuesday and Wednesday on Facebook Live at Isupk Alabama. And with that, shalom.
Man of Israel, Elijah. We are the Isupk, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on command of General Yohana. A rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashur. 10% of every penny and increase the Lord gives you, gives the treasury department. The priest fund, which is a free will offering, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give, upcoming holy convocation, we have the memorial blowing of the trumpets on Wednesday, October 2nd. Always check the bulletin boards at the school. Anyone wants to join the school, start wearing all black suits, pants, and headband scarves. All right, men of Israel. Ahmad Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh, Shabbat, curses due to the sisters. Imagine, Barak, Your house and all the come outside. All right, Marty Talk, class dismissed.
Hey, time to get your hug.